Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters. So this video could be the most important video I have ever made in my whole life. This is probably the most important topic that I have ever discussed in my life. If you understand this, then you will understand a lot of things, especially you can even be able to predict what is coming ahead in the future. The coming of the Dajjal, especially the coming of the Mahdi, end of time. So pay attention to this because this video is very, very important. Allah Azza wa Jal revealed a whole surah, in the name of Bani Israel, or Al-Isra, the surah. And in this surah, Allah Azza wa Jal, very interestingly, he started off by saying, "Glorify to the Lord who took his slave Rasulullah SAW from Min al-Masjid al-Harami ila Masjid al-Aqsa." Allah Azza wa Jal took Rasulullah on a journey, night journey, from Min al-Masjid al-Haram to ila Masjid al-Aqsa. This verse at the beginning of it shows how important that event was, how important is Masjid al-Aqsa to the Muslims, and how important this place is for Allah Azza wa Jal himself, in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal, and how important it was for the Muslim Islamic history and also for Rasulullah SAW. So this place, Masjid al-Aqsa, mentioned in the Quran by name, showing us how important this place is in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now, you keep that in mind. This is a very, very important place. In the 1980s, the Yahudi, they tried to attack the Muslims, and they did. But later on, in the later years, their purpose became more sinister. So basically, after they attacked the Muslims and damaged their properties and whatnot, they started to make plot to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa. And that plan is still going on. Right now, they want to build the third temple. This temple for them is so important that Masih Dajjal cannot, in their world, in their religion, they call Masih, but we know that will be the Masih Dajjal, that Masih is Dajjal. They call it him Masih. For the Masih to come, they must build this third temple. No if, no but, nothing. They will not take anything for granted. They will not give or take. They will not negotiate. They will not compromise anything for that temple to be built. You understand that? Now, these people are trying to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa because Masjid al-Aqsa is on top of the Mount Temple. So for them to build the third temple that Solomon wanted to build, and he built, and it was destroyed by the Babylonians and by the Roman Empire. Throughout history, it went through a lot of destruction and damages. The Roman Empire, they destroyed it. So they are trying to rebuild this temple because they want their Masih to come. For the temple to be built, they have to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa, because the Masih, their Masih, will not come until Judaism and the third temple will be built, and Judaism will spread all over the world. Judaism, the Torah, will be practiced all over the world. So the one hand, the Yahudi, they're waiting for their Masih desperately. On the other hand, Muslims are saying in the Quran, they're saying that in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal revealed an ayat to us, showing us how important that place is that you want to destroy. Now, I want you to take a look at this video, inshallah, and I will tell you more about what is happening, because then, inshallah, you will have a very good understanding of the situation. So let's take a listen at this video, inshallah. This video is actually by Dr. Isra Ahmed. He made a commentary, so let's take a listen.
That event is going to be very near now, demolishing of Masjid al-Aqsa. It's not very far off. The enemies of Islam have tested the nerves of the Muslim Ummah by demolishing the mosque at Ayodhya. And very soon, they have to build their temple anyhow. Who can stop them? Is there any power on earth? So that is going to happen. And the worst of all that is going to happen is the appearance of Al-Masih al-Dajjal.
Our Prime Minister finally understood that access to the Temple Mount for Jews must be normalized. Our ultimate goal is to build the third temple. It's undoubtedly the reason why we came here for a pilgrimage. For the temple, we want to restore the building to perform new sacrifices, just like thousands of years ago. It's only the beginning. For the redemption to be complete, we must build the third temple here.
We're going to discuss the mountains of Israel. I want you to see from a bird's eye view exactly what Jerusalem looks like, because how many of you
Okay,
have
in
heard
this video, pay very close attention, because at the end of his lecture, this person's lecture, he will mention the most important point.
of the Mount of Olives, Mount Moriah.
By the way, he's a Jew, he's a Zionist, and this is his plan. He's actually telling the whole world what is the plan of the Zionist is.
Mount Zion. But we don't really know where those are. We know they're in Israel somewhere, and they're all throughout the Bible, but until you actually see on a map kind of where these mountains are at, it's difficult to kind of figure out in your head where they're at. So here's how it worked. Number two, that is Mount Moriah. That is where the Temple Mount is. You can see the square Temple Mount. That is where the Temple Mount is in the center today. Obviously, is the Dome of the Rock, which won't be there when the Messiah comes back, I promise.
Okay, so see what he said? He said this is the Mount Temple. Okay, this is where Masjid al-Aqsa is. He said this will not remain when the Messiah will come, and he said, I promise. Listen one more time what he said.
Which won't be there when the Messiah comes back, I
Subhanallah.
promise.
See, he said, I promise it will not be there when the Messiah will come. Dear brothers and sisters, so this is a open discussion now. They do not even hide it. In fact, I want to show you even more interesting news. In fact, if I was reading one article, Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, look what he said. He said, we could destroy Al-Aqsa, but we don't want to. He already said the word. We want to get rid of Aqsa. It's just that we do not want to do it right now. I mean, he said we do not want to means we do not want to do it right now because it's not the time yet. But it will happen sooner or later. He already said the word. That's the point. So dear brothers and sisters, we are seeing this is happening now. What is happening right now? This is the most part of this video. Okay, I'll show you what is happening right now. Right now. Okay, it happened actually today or yesterday. If you take a look at this video, then you will know exactly what is happening. Take a look. These are settlers. Okay, it's happening again today. 3 hours ago, this video was posted. They're walking. They are storming Masjid al-Aqsa. These are Yahudi settlers. Okay, they are going.
أي يوم جينا ندخل على الأقصى نصلي يعني زي كل يوم عادي يعني طبيعي الوضع منعونا ندخل صار في قمع صار في ضرب
And he's saying, this young guy, Palestinian brother Muslim, he's saying that they are preventing us from entering the compound, the Masjid al-Aqsa. Okay, that's what he's saying.
يضربوا يمين شمال الأقصى نصلي يعني زي كل يوم عادي يعني طبيعي الوضع منعونا ندخل صار في قمع صار في ضرب صاروا يضربوا الشباب النسوان الاولاد ما يقلقوش بيطلعوش بيضربوا يمين شمال منعونا ندخل والسبب كان هذا انهم بيمهدوا لاقتحام المستوطنين دخلوا المستوطنين بحمايه الشرطه كميات كبيره جدا يعني.
The police, they're protecting these settlers so that they can enter into the masjid compound. Dear my sisters, one thing that I want you to understand is that not only that they are planning about it, not only that we are hearing about it, that they will destroy, not only that our ulama, they mentioned to us before, but we're also saying that these Yahudis, they are taking action to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa. What is my prediction? What I think? Well, to my understanding, there is an ayat in the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned, Asa rabbukum arhamakum wa in uttum udna. Allah said to the Yahudi, I want to show you mercy, but if you return, we will return. From my understanding, after reading the Quran and doing some research, I personally believe when Allah said that I will return or we will return, if you return, means if you try to do any harm, he's talking to the Yahudi, if you try to create fitna and fasad and if you want to do some harm, then you will be punished. I will return means I will return with punishment. The red line for the Yahudi, that is said by Allah Azza wa Jal is Masjid al-Aqsa. If you want to know when this will happen, it is going to be happening, looks like, subhanAllah, very soon. They're preparing for it. They are destroying many masajid in many other countries like India. They are destroying, they are stopping Muslim, making it very hard in France. They're trying their best to make it normal for the Muslims to see a masjid is being destroyed or that religious practices are being prevented. Okay, they're trying to do that, and they are being very successful so far. For the Yahudi, the Messiah will not come until they build the temple. At the same time, the Quran is sanctifying the place Masjid al-Aqsa. So when they will try to get their Messiah, which is the Dajjal, Allah Azza wa Jal will punish them by sending the Mahdi, who will liberate Jerusalem, Masjid al-Aqsa, as I said in my videos, that he will come, he will destroy this Yahudi, he will kick them out, and one more time Masjid al-Aqsa will be in the hand of the Muslims, because that is happening because they violated the Yahudi, they violated the sanctity of Masjid al-Aqsa. They will try to destroy it. They will not be able to destroy, but they will create a lot of damage to the masjid. They will not be able to completely destroy it, but when they try to damage it, and they will do it, they will do the damage severely, the Mahdi will come, he will kick them out, and the Masjid al-Aqsa will not be destroyed by the Yahudi. Allah will protect this place, and this will be the red line for them. And then after that, after the Mahdi comes, will the Dajjal come. So dear my sisters, if you want to know when we can expect the end of time, look and pay close attention to this third temple that the Yahudis are building, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows the best. I hope that this video you found informative. If you did, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and inshallah I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.